You are now listening to the new Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time at BringDownTheBand.com, and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, Indie CD and Vinyl, and Sun King Brewery. Support the new Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
You are now tuned in to the new Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I have a great computer, and I'm happy about that. The crew is in the building today. I'm going to start with my man, Kansas City Mac, a.k.a. the voice of Indianapolis. Jay Moore, what's happening, my brother?
Not too much. Feeling healthy once again. Got them test results back. I'm negative on that COVID-19.
Okay.
So,
okay.
The thing is, I'll probably, just for precaution's sake, because I'm back out working and being around
I
people.
saw you in the streets.
I'm probably going to be one of those people that gets checked up on a regular basis just to make sure that I'm being safe and I'm not endangering people who I'm around. So, it's the new normal. It is what it is.
Well, we're glad that everything is good with you, brother, as always. Go to the left here, my man, DJ Jay Diff. What's happening, man?
What's going on, man? Yeah, that laptop is deadly aging.
Yeah, it's aging well, brother.
Come up with a different intro for yourself.
About being happy, man. That's what life is about.
You could have talked about your shirt. You could have talked about your hat, your headphones, anything but the computer, man.
Life is about being happy, brother. The goal is to be happy. So, whatever makes you happy. You know what I'm talking about? Just focus on that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? All right. Did I lose you? Can you hear me? You still there?
Yep.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we're just, waiting for you to say something.
Oh, okay. All right. Speaking of my man Lonegevity, how are you, sir?
Doing all right. Doing all right, man. Cannot complain.
Good to see you as always. Comb is on point. Beard is instantly growing.
Yeah.
And I see you out here. Crispy as always.
Doing the things that I do, I guess. Yeah. So, but yeah, good to see you too.
We have Fifth Green lit up today on our setup. He is the man behind the visuals, the editing, presentation, etc. My man, Red August. How are you, sir?
What up, man? I'm good. I almost had a corona scare myself. Well, I'm still in limbo right now, but we'll see.
We ain't gonna even speak that to existence, brother. Everything gonna come back good.
Yeah. I hope so, man. I'm good though.
Been all right?
Yeah, other than that, just trying to make your life a living hell. But other than that, I'm good. Great.
Again, it goes back to whatever makes you happy in your life, brother. If that's what it is, then do that, man. You know what? We want you happy, brother. That's what we want. So
I'm talking about. I appreciate it.
If you want bad things, you wish bad things on me, and that brightens your day, my brother. That's good. Whatever helps you out.
It's all love, man.
All right, all love. Chat is lit. We got everybody in the spot with the chat. We appreciate y'all as always on Twitch. So go ahead and get into some of these topics. This one was interesting. Vince Staples, West Coast MC, who I actually like. We've talked about him on the show before.
You actually like him?
I actually like him. I do. I know a lot of people that don't. That's why I said I actually like him. I like the dude. I think he's very interesting and he can rap pretty good. So I rock with him.
Okay.
But he had a tweet that Twitter off for a little bit, and I'm gonna read you the tweet, and I'll read you some of the responses. So y'all just bear with me here. I'm gonna go through. I copied and pasted a couple of those, and then we'll get to the actual topic. So, as we all know, T.I. has been, what they call clout chasing with 50 Cent, trying to make a battle for himself. So, Vince for a versus, and Vince first started off by saying, "Y'all just be talking to fit in." Yeah, I got a plethora of bangers, and then he followed it up with Atlanta got the best rappers ever, and it's not even close. So a person on Twitter, one of his followers replied and said, "Don't rap in Atlanta. They make up dances. The best rappers come from New York. Everybody knows that." And then it said New York is the originators of hip hop, and there's nothing else to talk about. Okay, cool. So Vince says. He said people were dancing in leather outfits in New York back in the 80s when hip hop started as the originators. So he's going back and forth with this guy, trying to pretty much, point out his contradictions. He follows up and he says, if we're doing states, California is up there, but Atlanta, they got big 𝐏𝐃𝐄𝐃, exclamation point. I like that because I fool with Goody Mob. He says, it's too many niggas, way too much innovation in Atlanta. So Vince continues to say, can y'all define lyrical, because y'all change it for every argument. Got obvious wordplay, but y'all say he don't count because he lacks content, but y'all didn't say that for Ghostface or ODB. Somebody said, they replied and said, comparing Ghostface to Thug and ODB's lyrical content is ridiculous. Vince says, why? Booby snack, plastic, Jurassic ass booby trap, ? So here's my question. Like, this is it's loaded. I thank y'all for bearing with me on reading that, but does he have a point about Atlanta when you think about from a cumulative standpoint with rappers? Do y'all vouch for that, or did he make some good points with the contradictions that some of the people were saying? I'm gonna jump to you, Jay Diff, first. What you think?
I can't hear you, Jay.
I think he's
on mute.
Okay.
mute.
Sorry about that.
Terry, I can't hear you.
Hey, Jay Diff, I can't hear you.
You are
Unmute
muted.
that thing. Can I? Long, go ahead. Long, go ahead and take. You want to jump in first while he tries to get that? Oh, is that you in?
All right. Nope, he's still not
we
in.
can't hear him.
Hey, Long, jump in.
Well,
I know
what's
that's a lot, but
I don't even remember what the
premise is,
question is.
the premise is: do you agree with him saying that Atlanta has the best rappers of all time, just based off cumulative the number of artists they have, and the creativity and everything that they've put out?
Honestly, I don't know. Just a weird argument to me. Best rappers of all time.
Yeah, he said the best rappers of all time ain't even close. Just based off.
I
think he's taking
mean,
it from a cumulative standpoint.
Nah, I probably don't agree. I just based on my personal preference, I would probably say that probably most of my favorite rappers are actually from. I don't know. They're all over the damn place, but I wouldn't say they're all. I wouldn't say they're all from Atlanta. Actually, very few of them are actually from Atlanta. If I'm gonna be real, like Andre's up there for me. Killer Mike's up there, but Big Boy. But I'm not gonna put 21 Savage in there or any of the Quality Control guys or any. Like if they're even from Atlanta. I'm not gonna put Gucci in there. I hear you now. I'm not gonna put Waka in there, I'm not gonna put T.I. in there, personally. So I don't know. I would
disagree with that T.I.
Nah, I'm cool off T.I. I mean, he's all right.
Cool off T.I.
Yeah, I'm not
disagree with that.
You can disagree all you want. I'm just not a fan of him. So it's just. But if are we talking about commercial success, or are we talking about like skills and shit? If we're gonna do that, then we can go look at our top 154 rappers and see how many Atlanta rappers are in our top 50. So which maybe I'll bring up, but
that's fair.
Yeah, for me, I mean, you can't take anything away from Atlanta, but personally, like as far as skill and talent, I'm kind of cool personally.
All right, Diff, you ready to answer now? You good to go, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. I didn't even know you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, it's all good.
Talking.
It's all good. Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the obvious is that it's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? But I will say there was a point in time where Atlanta had the least amount of artists, and the best artist at the time was still Outkast, in my honest opinion, even when they were the only ones representing for Atlanta. But I can't say that Atlanta has the greatest or best rappers. I can say they do have the best swag, so to speak. They right now they definitely have a lot of where the culture is pulling from, because you have artists that are trying to sound like they're from Atlanta at this day and time. So even like New York. So when you bring up New York, Their biggest artist right now, well, now I would probably say is West Side Gun and that whole camp.
Think so?
Conway, Bun. Well, I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, that's the
Oh,
best
okay,
out of
okay.
New York as
Okay.
far as new up and coming. But
And that's New York
as
State.
far as on the mainstream,
Okay.
they're
Okay.
not the ones that are getting the propers. And we've talked about this in the past. I mean, I think A Boogie with the Hoodie is and uh what's my guy Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. I mean, he's not coming out with any more new material, unfortunately. Um, but
Hey,
I mean,
Boogie.
A Boogie with the hoodie is probably the most recent uh, popular New York artist I would probably say that has radio play or whatnot. But yeah, I don't think Atlanta definitely has a nice mix of talent. They
Mhm.
have really good artists, but I wouldn't say that they have the best artists overall out of like everything going on right now.
Yeah,
Some more jump in here.
well, it shouts to the
Go ahead.
chat. Naughty Pie threw out the JID. You know, JID and Earth Gang. Obviously, they're all dope, and there's a handful of
Call.
dope artists from Atlanta as well. But I'm looking at our rankings right here, and I think we only have like 3 or 4 Atlanta artists in our top 50. So that's just what it is. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. That's a good point. Jid is nice. More jump in here real quick and save us a little a room for Mike. I want to get Mike in there as well. But go ahead, brother.
Well, I looked it up, and Vince Staples is 27 years old. So if being that age, he's seen Atlanta just dominate for a good portion of his formative years and now into his adult life.
Right.
There have been times where Jay was out or I guess Nikki had her run, but Atlanta has been relentless, whether it be the underground or mainstream club music. Since Outkast hit, then Goody Mob, and then I mean there was some crap in there too, when they went through that whole snap period, but then Jeezy and T.I. have their run, Gucci Mane has his run, and what's really dope about Atlanta, Killer Mike, has his run, is that there's such a variety in Atlanta. Everyone says, oh, well, people are trying to sound like Atlanta. Well, what Atlanta are you talking about? Are you talking about that Atlanta that gave you essentially soul music in the form of hip hop? Are you talking about the very indulgent club music? Are you talking about the conscious kind of political Atlanta rap? Like Atlanta, is so much variety. I mean, you could say that for any city. I mean, but when we're talking about Atlanta, and you're talking about somebody who's 27 years old, he's gotten everything from Atlanta. The fact that Killer Mike and Young Thug were produced by the same city, is pretty incredible.
There's a lot.
So it's a thing where, like I said, it's about perspective. It's about your personal interaction with music. If you're Vince Staples, an old school, I went through a whole bunch of old rap videos today because once again we're on lockdown. I try to have as little interaction and go outside as little as possible. But so I've really basically gotten to the all the way through YouTube almost. But to somebody like Vince Staples, old school is 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, or trap music, So it is about perspective, but at the same time, like I don't know if we really went too deep into this, but when you talk about 50 Cent going up against T.I., if you're once you get outside of the Northeast and the tri-state area of New York, there's no way 50 Cent beats T.I. Between especially in these versus battles, you're able to play guest verses. I mean, and outside of Get Rich or Die Trying, which is an incredible record to me, once again very subjective. T.I. has probably out of his first 5 or 6 records, at least what I would consider there's probably 2 or 3 classics in there.
Be clear, T.I.'s first album. I mean,
Impact, Trap Music, and King, like
He's
those
got
records
something in his pocket.
way
but
better
50,
than you
50
think.
Cent's first album. T.I. doesn't have an album that's close to that first album. Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he does actually. I mean,
not
he has.
to me.
T.I. is he has at least 3 classics, I would say.
Oh,
in my
that's
opinion.
fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying
At least
is,
3.
I don't think
As far as
he has
doing
an album
numbers,
that's-
like when nobody was
It's top to bottom.
anticipating T.I. like people were anticipating 50 Cent. 50 Cent had the advantage of kind of running the underground rap shit for a minute. Was co-signed by Eminem and Dr. Dre. So he was bubbling. He was bubbling.
he had a better.
It was one of the most anticipated albums, next probably Doggy Style, in terms of
he had a better
artists coming out.
Battery is back. I get it. Like, I get that. I'm just saying, what I say that to say, I still don't think he has an album. Shout out to my man Jesse, because we used to talk about I'm Serious all the time. But I don't think he has an album that's close to Get Rich or Die Trying, top to bottom. But I'm saying after that, where you can make the argument and say, okay, if they were to go to verses, it would be tough, because Tip has a nice catalog. 50 Cent's catalog hit a peak at Apex, and then it kind of damn near fell off the cliff, in my opinion. So
yeah, he took a different route. But I will tell you something that they both have in common. They both bodied somebody out of being able to rap on the forefront. T.I. with Lil Flip and 50 doing it to Ja Rule.
That's fair. Think about
so
that.
I understand the comparison as far as that's concerned. You can't really bring up many rappers that really just dog somebody out of the game bad like those two did.
Lil Flip had one with Flip. Game Over. I'm sorry, but after that, man, it got real rough out there in them streets. So
yeah, I'm still rock with that track, but him trying to come at T.I. was probably the worst thing he could have did to his career.
I'm with you.
Well, also the lyric, "I treat you like milk, I do nothing but spoil you." I was done with Lil Flip after that. Why that lyric? And the song was a hit. Well, something about that just I was like, nah, man.
The song was a hit though. I ain't gonna front. Red August, are you in here? I think I got you on the purple squares, but are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so wrap this one up for us, bro. I know we went around everybody, but wrap this one up for us, bro. What's your opinion on this one?
Yeah, man. Like, I think dude's mad weird. Like, coming from California, like, you have people in your own backyard who you would consider like some of the greatest like rappers of all time, and he just skipped right over that. I think that a lot of people mistake like who has the most influence over who's the better rapper. And I definitely think Atlanta has had a lot of influence ever since, like Jay Moore said, since in his age group. Like they just been kind of coming up and like with style, cadence and music trends and stuff like that. Like Atlanta has been kind of running it that way, but to say that they have the best rappers of all time, can y'all hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, but to say they have the best rappers of all time, that's a stretch. He's reaching a little bit.
I just think he's thinking. I think he's going cumulative more than skill. I think this is more of a cumulative argument. Like they put out a lot of artists that have had a lot of success versus, if you want to talk about skill for skill, it's going to be hard to beat New York when you list all the artists top to bottom. If you want to go state for state. Now, California, on the other hand, might, they might have something to say too, because there's a lot of dope artists from California.
California definitely has something to say.
Yeah.
Like
they would have something to say as well, but it's going to be tough to beat New York if we're talking from a rap standpoint. But I see where he's coming from. I think I'm gonna disagree though, but
shit,
I see what he's trying to say.
West Coast had,
like I said,
if
if you're 27,
facts. That's fact.
Yeah, if you're 27, like Atlanta per capita is killing New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, because if I'm like I said, if I'm 27, like I might, because I'm a rap fan, I might go back and study Ghostface Killer, but from when like I said, my formative years of me just getting into the game as far as a fan, than to when I'm outside and enjoying hip hop on that level. You know, New York is done okay. Atlanta has done great.
Hey, I think that's a good ending point right there. I'm with you there. So, I think this T.I. thing might happen if he continue to, chase and maybe track 50 Cent down. We'll see.
50
But
ain't doing none of that shit, bro.
I don't know,
want the
man.
problem.
He probably don't want those problems, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna rule it out yet. In my opinion, I'm
No,
not gonna.
the thing about the thing that 50 has in his pocket is he has all this other shit going on.
Right.
Not to have to focus on some music that he did in the past. I mean, he's made more money off not doing music than he did doing music, because you think about Vitamin Water, his TV series. I mean, he has TV series on Stars. He has TV series on ABC or NBC.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he's got his hands in a lot of shit. He ain't thinking about these versus challenges, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean anything to him other than him trolling somebody.
That's cool. I think Jesse jumped in the chat. He said it's not clout chasing just because he challenged him to a battle. No, the clout chasing to me. It's not the initial request. It's like all I see is multiple videos, and he's starting to bring up stuff that don't have nothing to do with the battle, and all of New York. All of New York can come and get it too, and y'all never liked us and all that. All that stuff is extra to me. Like, I'm cool on all that. The initial request is dope. Let's do it, but he's starting to get a little extra, in my opinion, in terms of all the.
He want that versus effect that happened to his catalog is what's going on.
Maybe that's what it is, but either way, I would watch it though. That would be one that I would definitely watch. That's just me though. All right, so let's see. So we talked about Freddie Gibbs and Akademiks. You can't really call him a DJ because I don't think he DJ.
He does. He has DJ, like when he was at, I think he went to Rutgers or something.
What do he do? Weddings?
DJ
When he
on
was
college.
stealing
So
from people.
let's not take that.
I ain't know. Bar mitzvahs. What do he do?
Yeah, he was doing
Hey,
bar
man,
mitzvahs and shit.
Stop hating on wedding
Very
DJs,
well.
bro.
I ain't hating.
And he
Yeah,
was stealing from people.
I know. Yeah, I know some. I know some DJs that get paper at weddings. They just do clubs as well. That's all. But
I do a wedding, shit.
I know it.
It's a good payday.
And the thing is, you get paid and you get to eat.
Yeah, get you a plate. You get to turn people down on those trash requests and move.
Yeah, actually, weddings are it's kind of a nice gig. I got a wedding coming up this month.
Them wedding checks cash just as good.
I'm with you.
Most time better. Indeed. We about to have a package deal.
I ain't mad at that. But I think there's a rumor going around. I don't know if this is confirmed, but they're saying that he has been fired or released from Complex and banned from Twitch. And I read somewhere where he says 85% of his income comes from other stuff outside of Complex and Twitch.
Probably sucking 6ix9ine's dick. That's where a good portion of it comes from.
Oh. Thing is, first of all, anybody that loses a percentage of their income, I don't care who you are, you're gonna feel a hurt somewhere. Might not be a big hurt, but you're gonna feel it a little bit. Let's keep it a buck. My question to you all is, let's say this is true. Does this really affect the culture if he is quote unquote canceled? What'd you say, Terry?
Not at all. He doesn't help. He doesn't help it anyway. He doesn't push anything forward.
Might help it in a positive way.
Be done if he wasn't here.
What you say, Long?
It may help it in a positive way now that he's out the way. Not that he really will be out the way, because he's gonna figure another way to,
I mean,
he gonna hustle now. He gonna find a way to get to it. Yeah, I give him that. Find a way to get to it.
I don't respect it.
I don't respect it. I don't know.
I seen a post earlier today. It was it had a picture of him, Vlad, Charlemagne, and Joe Budden, and it said, which one of these would you eliminate from pretty much hip hop, so to speak, hip hop news, so to speak?
Who was it?
It was Charlemagne, Joe Budden, Vlad, and Akademiks. I'm going Akademiks all day.
Akademiks, absolutely.
You got
But look, once Joe Budden left
Vlad's
Everyday Struggle, I thought the show had been canceled, and I didn't realize until like maybe 2 months ago that Everyday Struggle even still came on.
Exactly.
Oh wow. Okay. I got you.
But this is the thing because he put out that information that like, yeah, doesn't look like I'm going back to Complex, and I'm banned from Twitch. It's like, first of all, how, like, okay, I could understand maybe if you were having issues at Complex and they're feeling the heat, and they got a whole lot of other issues over at Complex, and they might just start with the house cleaning with him. But the thing is, what do you like? I don't know what he does on Twitch other than play video games and talk about hip hop, and
that's all you do on Twitch, anyways.
It's like as long as
it's what
as
we're
long
doing.
As you're not on there,
what'd you say, Long?
Long as you're not showing feet to racists or whatever Doja Cat was doing, I don't see you really getting banned from Twitch. And even that,
well,
all the wild shit that's on Twitch. Nah, I think this is a sympathy play, and he's trying to get people to feel some kind, be like, oh, I'm just the fat kid who likes hip hop, like, and now I got John Legend coming for me. And
Jay Moore, he said,
this is a sympathy play.
Jay Moore, he said, like, I want to do a little research before. Okay, more. He said, and now I'm being attacked. Like, I think that I heard talking to Gibbs. Now all of us.
What do you?
Tough guy.
You sound like a robot. What's going on?
Knock it off.
Yo, say that again, because you sound like a
robot.
Mike.
That me?
Yeah, you were extra like robot R2D2.
Robot-y?
Yeah, say that again.
I didn't hear it.
All right, so I said, did some research before the topic up, and he was saying that he's being attacked now. He feels like he's being attacked. What I was saying was the dude that was talking to Freddie Gibbs was a thug. He wasn't worried about being attacked.
No,
all of a sudden he's being attacked. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
I've never went down this Twitch wormhole where there's crazy stuff on here. Y'all don't have to hit me to that. I didn't know.
I mean, Twitch is like chat. It's like stuff we're doing right now. It's like podcasting, but it's mostly just people playing video games. You know what I mean? And but a lot of people just come on here and just chat with people. Like there's a whole bunch of just chatting streams, and people just go on and join and chat. There's musicians on here that do some cool stuff too.
Definitely getting back. He was getting back on that Twitch. So 15% of your income is 50% of your income. So
yeah, I mean he could have violated some of the terms of service. I mean, there have been people that have been banned from Twitch before, so it wouldn't be the first time.
Drunken rage costs you 15% of your income, so you have to re-up. And August, did you vote on? Did you say Vlad or Akademiks? Did you make a vote? Who was it?
Definitely Akademiks.
Oh, across the board, huh? Okay.
Yeah, man, fuck that dude.
Yeah, Button and Charlamagne, they don't bother me at all.
Nah, me either.
It would always just be a toss-up between Vlad and Akademiks, and Akademiks is just annoying.
They're both, they have opinions, and they actually, they're rooted in hip-hop, and, they think about what they say, They're not all about clout. So
I don't know. Opinions is one thing, but then, like, it's like he's intentionally saying stuff just to get a rise out of people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, if you're gonna do it, man, just be real, be who you are, and I can deal with your opinion, even if it's crazy, if that's what you really believe. But you're just saying stuff just to be in the news and shit like that. I don't honor that. Yeah. That's whack.
Nope, 100%.
I can dig that. Shout out our partners real quick while we got a quick break in action. So as always, we like to shout out our partners. To show them that we really appreciate everything they do. Shout out to Printfinity. It's Jay Diff's company. He is the owner. A lot of custom work. I've been seeing masks pop up. Actually did some t-shirt work for one that we know as well. So make sure y'all hit that man up. He has a good turnaround time, high quality product. So always support your local businesses, black owned. So definitely check it out. CD and Vinyl, we appreciate them as well. They are located in Broad Ripple. They take care of us for our wax. Whenever we have raffles, we've had everything from double albums to signed albums. Most recent releases, they really have done a great job with providing us product for that. We appreciate them. Sun King Brewery is our newest partner. As I always say, we cannot wait to expand our partnership with them. I don't know if anybody got a Sun King can? There we go. There's one. You got one?
Sunlight, always very good summertime drinking over here.
Okay. We appreciate that.
Need to
Bad
ream up.
Ideas, our longest partnerships. We really appreciate them as always because they continue to give us merch and things that we can raffle off. They have expanded their merchandise. Also, make sure to use new old heads for 20% off with them. That is the code. Am I correct on that? Did I? All right.
Yep.
% off. Okay. And bringing down the band, as always, is the hub for everything New Old Heads. So please go to YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Follow us on Twitch as well. We got a Twitch movement that we obviously are starting. Appreciate everyone that's rocking with us on that. Discord as well. That is what we are coming to you live from here. Follow us on there. Jump into the chats. We have multiple topics that we discover, multiple areas or rooms, if you will. So we appreciate all the support for everybody that has been rocking with us thus far.
And also Dr. Coleman. Shouts to Dr. Coleman. I gotta stop playing Dr. Coleman.
Get your teeth right, man. Shout out to Dr. Coleman. I might have to, again, I'm gonna go see him and use loan as a password and see what that gets me.
That's why you always forget because you ain't been in a while.
So what you trying to say? Red August like that one.
Need crazy root canals and
I feel you.
cap. They might see if Dr. Coleman can hook you up with a gold tooth.
I'll be cheesing all day.
He look like one of them silver tooth kids.
Oh,
Like one of them silver tooth kids.
yeah. Glad y'all all happy, man. That's good. That's good.
I couldn't even sleep on Saturday at all. Like Friday and Saturday, I've been having like jaw problems, and man, that pain was so severe. I could only lay down for like every time I'd fall asleep, I'd wake up 4 minutes later, and I'd have to like.
What you doing with your jaws, man?
I have TMJ, so the sinus pressure will, or allergies will trigger that, and man, I didn't know what was going on, but only thing that would make it not hurt was holding water in the side of my mouth, and it would like release the pressure for like about 4 minutes, and then I have to do it over again for about 6 hours. That happened.
Damn, that sucks.
Shit was painful.
That sounds like a bad bout of eating butt.
I mean, I can't relate to that. I don't know what that's like. So,
Terry, you cannot. That cannot be your diagnosis for everything. He could just be like, he's probably eating butt.
You got that
like
C. diff?
Test came back negative. It had to have been eating butt.
You got that C. diff.
That's what it was. I was trying to blame it on the corona.
Hey, Terry will turn that into anything. You can have a splinter. He'd be like, man, you was out there eating ass, wasn't you? Like, it don't make sense. I don't understand. All right, man. Listen.
Plus, I'm from the old school. We don't do that. That's really the Vince Staples generation. That's what they be out here
From the
doing
rooter
pills
to
and
the
playing
tutor.
NBA and eating ass.
Hey, I try to stay out of grown folks' business. That's what I try to do.
It's messed up.
That's why they ain't scared of this Rona.
At all.
Exactly. They be out here with no mask. They've been out here eating ass. What are they? They're not going to wear no mask.
What would you wear a mask for if you eat ass? Like, what are you scared of?
Exactly. Like,
Everything possible.
Got the nerve to turn your nose up at some chitlins, but eating ass.
Ain't that some shit? I'm sorry. Let me get back to what we
Literally.
All right, man. Let's talk about the Smith family, man.
yeah, let's talk about them.
Family's been in the
Entanglement gate, huh?
Entanglement gate, man. Jada August Alsina and Will Smith did get some ratings on that red table though. So part of me, I don't know what's what. Like I think Will genuinely was hurt.
It's 29 million views and counting since what, Saturday?
I believe Friday or Saturday. Don't quote me on that. But
29 million and counting.
Came out to Jada.
It wasn't even a good episode.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, they shot right to the healing. I was like, no, you got some other explaining to do.
Jada basically was like, yeah, this happened while we were on a quote unquote hiatus. I saw actually telling somebody in the Twitch if they wanted, into we on Discord, they want that smoke. So I'm gonna come to you first.
What?
On this one,
You know, Long. You already know the answer.
I know what he gonna say. Oh, you feel bad for Will Smith, man?
Do I feel bad for him? For what?
His wife was out there in them streets, quote unquote, man. So how you?
They
feel,
were
man?
separated. They were separated.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you watch the 13 minutes of nonsense?
I watched the 13 minutes of nonsense. I did.
So they said essentially that they had separated. Will said, I wasn't sure I was ever going to come back and be with you again. They separated. She found a young boy, a young man, and
Young boy.
they had relations, and things happened, and that's her business.
That
but-
entanglement. So.
Yeah, they tangled themselves, and I don't know. Who knows what Will was doing? Like, the only reason this is an
That's a
issue
good
is because August came out and said some shit. So I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just their business. And
It's grown folks' business. You're right. Not too much. There's another piece of this I want to get to, but I just want to go on the surface real quick with y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something else that was very stupid. Red August, since he put a black and mild in his ear, I think he's ready to answer. What did you think about this, man? Since you a thug now with that black and mild.
That's right, gang member.
gang.
Man, I think the whole thing was just whack. I think it's just the publicity stunt for his album coming out. Like on a personal level, like they went through whatever they went through 5 years ago. Like, why is he just now bringing this up now? And now they got to go on TV and talk about stuff that happened 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Reopening up. Obviously, Will was not feeling it then. He's not feeling it now. So now they got to go back on TV and talk about it and this and that. And then all because he want to get an album sale. It ain't going to sell anyway. So
right.
I think the whole shit was whack just to bring up somebody's personal business just so you can benefit for your album sales.
I never even heard of the dude before, personally.
He has one decent song that I've heard.
Yeah, more than one. I'll give him that.
I'm gonna give you more than one right now. Come on, man.
What's his
This ain't
August? Augie what?
Say whoop, there it is now.
He did whoop, there it is?
Oh, man.
I thought he was young.
Cop the tag team tape. Don't get it twisted. More, yes or no, man? You feel bad about Will? Because I think Will actually was hurt on the red table, in my opinion. Or he's a good actor.
The way I do, just because, like if the game is can be very cold. And look, this is the thing. If you're gonna be out here and you got this, like if you got one of these Hollywood relationships, because this shit don't work for regular people. And just make sure you keep your hoes in check, because August was the hoe, and you got to be quiet. Like you don't get on TV and start talking to Angela Yee about what you did with these A-list celebrities. Now, mind you, this is what happens. Like, if you're gonna be a side dude, like you cannot catch feelings. That is not your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have just a better. But this is what's really nasty. Because, and I'm gonna make the women upset, because let me tell you something. Like, because at first I was like, how did August Alsina even get next to these people? But then they said that he was friends with Jaden, and he apparently maybe he was going through some emotional problems and was sick and lost his mother or some all this other stuff, and it went from that to him Jada wanting to feel good, and she wound up fucking him, and then he sending him back to the streets, because that's what you do with hoes. Now, the thing is,
music underneath this.
The thing is, Now, had that been
boy.
a man, hell, had that been Will, and one of and his daughter brought a friend home who was going through emotional problems, and Will wound up having a sexual relationship or an entanglement.
What they say?
Well, let me tell you something. It wouldn't be all these jokes because it'd be all about how Will is a predator and he is he took advantage of a young girl and who was in an emotional situation. But
rightfully so.
Jada, we don't want to call Jada a predator, but you know what? If the shoe was on the other foot, that's exactly what she would be, or
but
what
also,
he would be. So
that's what I was going to point out as well. That's what I was going to point out as well. If this was if this was Will, and he was messing with one of these young actresses out here or something, they would be at their door with a pitchfork about this. It's always weird how women can do that to a young man or whatnot, and it doesn't have that same weight as it would if a man were to do it to a woman. And I'm not saying it would be right either which way or shape or form for that matter, but I found it funny. I always whenever she said she wanted to feel good, I always picture Halle Berry in Monsters Ball.
Exactly.
When she was with Billy Bob Thornton, somehow make me feel good. That's what I pictured when Jada said she just wanted to feel good, and Will looked like he wanted to hit her upside her head.
Hey, I promise you, man.
And then Will would have been wrong, and would nobody feel sorry for Will?
Oh yeah, he would have been dead wrong.
Everybody clowning
Don't
Will.
get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. The people out here clowning Will been clowning since Pimpin' been pimping.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but you know what?
This is nothing new.
None of his women made whatever he did a part of their rollout. Because look, sometimes I wonder
because he wasn't. That's because he wasn't messing with D-list celebrities. He's messing with the A-list and above, or the people that ain't gonna say nothing in the damn first place. They ain't got nothing to try to sell you.
They stand out the way. The Wills will stand out the way. All of them.
You know, something tells me that Will had sex with Harley Quinn.
He did.
Do that.
Yeah.
You talking about
first of all, how
the
you
Batman character?
You just happen to do 2 movies with Will Smith, and you knew in the game because he was in that other movie.
They hinted at
where
it.
He was.
They hinted at it during the talk. He was like, "Well, I got to get you back."
Yeah, I saw that.
She was like, "You've already gotten me back."
Wait a minute, man. I missed that part.
And she alluded to more than once. So, yeah. It was kind of on the slide at the end before they got into the bad marriage for life spiel.
I'm saying Will Smith knocked down Harley Quinn, huh?
Yes.
Something tells like I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like, first of all, it's Will Smith. Like, I understand. Like, it sounds bad, but when you marry a dude with that much power and that much popularity and who's moving and shaking like that, I don't want to say that you shouldn't even really expect fidelity like that, but come on, baby, you know what you signed up for. I wonder if Will Smith ever thinks maybe I should have stayed in my first bad marriage. Because remember, his first wife was really fine. I mean, Jada's cool, but his first wife was bad.
I think they just didn't have the agreement down packed to where they could step out there what they wanted to do.
That's all that was. But shout out to Will Smith.
At the end of the day, like I said, they had 29 million views and counting on that video since it's been posted. So they're definitely reaping benefits from this entanglement gate.
Makes me think about it even more when you say that.
What really made me feel some kind of way about that, where it's like at the end it was like 25 years. We ride together, we die together. Bad marriage for life. I was like, if you don't both get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Hey, all they seeing is dollar signs.
Check this out though.
I get whatever works for them.
We talking about Smith family. I saw some of the dumbest. This is probably one of the dumbest things I've seen in a while. So y'all know Orlando Brown fam that was on what he was on? That's So Raven, and was he on that? What else was Family Matters?
No, that's
Major Payne.
Major Payne. He did Jamie Foxx show back in the day.
Oh, fam says that,
was he the magazine guy in Office Space?
No.
No, you're thinking of Orlando.
Oh my
Jones,
God.
Orlando Jones. That's right.
Oh man, I hate him because he know what he's doing, man.
No, I didn't.
And
Like,
Orlando,
I don't know who Orlando Brown is in. Apparently,
I'll show you a picture, bro.
I'll look. I can look him up.
Yeah, look him up, man.
The little young dude on Major Payne. I know you seen Major Payne.
Major Payne.
You know him when you
The
see
little
him.
Webster looking boy in that movie.
Looks like
He
LL Cool J.
But he said,
Look like LL
he
Cool J.
said Will Smith ate him, his
He does look
children.
like a little fat LL Cool J.
He does, man.
Get off with that LL, man. Oh, listen. He said that Will Smith raped him, his children. I'm sorry, him and his children. That Michael Jackson set it up. And August, you look perplexed, sir.
I just don't. Boys out here taking their shots, man. Like, for real. It's crazy.
Bruh.
He's just saying anything.
But he's
When you
also
talk-
the same dude. He had a weird rant on like YouTube or something or Facebook or something like that a few years ago, where he was just on drugs. He was in the middle of the street, like shirt off,
Yeah.
doing something crazy. Like but he's like already blackballed and crazy in Hollywood anyway. So anything he says, no credibility.
Somebody knocked him out like a month or so ago on tape.
Oh,
I've
word?
seen that. Yeah.
Yep, I saw that too.
So when I
He
read
also
this,
was on what's his name, Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil was asking him how many kids he had, and he
couldn't even
remember remember his kids and how many kids he had or whatnot. It was he's just a
And
strange
beyond-
individual.
and beyond one, man, he be going off that. I don't know, man.
Nah,
yeah.
Disney be turning these kids out, man. You know there's something wrong with him. Some of them surface with Britney tripping again.
Raven Simone, what did she do? She done crazy, did she?
Well,
She kinda
I
came
wouldn't
back,
say-
Like you remember, she was saying some real suspect stuff when she was on The View, talking about she wasn't black, and
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't think she ever got to the point where she was showing feet in racial chat rooms or nothing. But
Well, Raven Simone just got married. Maybe that's what you're
she
thinking
was
of.
on some food.
She was married to.
Maybe that's
Did she get married to a dude or a chick?
A chick, Miranda.
it's a woman.
Made.
Yeah, she's
Made?
living out loud.
I don't know.
Yeah, she got married to a woman.
Good for her.
So shout out to, and out the way though. She says they say she saved her paper from Cosby and did all that. So good for her. But this fool done lost his mind.
On Blackish now too. I think she has a role on that.
Yeah, she plays
Okay.
Anthony Anderson's sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So it's funny how you're not black when people ask you about race, but like when it's time to be on a show and when you're in a black family, you
Yeah, when
definitely
it's time to
black.
cash a check though.
Money, yeah. Mariah Carey.
I fool with Tracy Ellis Ross. So and more don't do it, man. Like you about to
What?
hate.
I wasn't gonna say
Don't do
no.
it.
Look. I have seen every episode of Girlfriends. I'm a fan of Tracy Ellis Ross, and I'm a bigger fan of Jill Marie Jones. I kind of fell off of the show when she wasn't on no more.
Okay.
But no, I have no problem with Tracy Ellis Ross.
All right. I just was checking. You like?
I didn't see that movie. I didn't see that movie where she did with Ice Cube. I don't think anybody saw that shit. But
What
like,
movie she do with Ice Cube?
it was some shit that was supposed to come out in the movie theater.
It was
only
supposed to
on
come out
demand,
this
so-
year. It was supposed to come out.
Yeah,
this year. I
it
think
came out
that's
on
how
demand,
what
but-
messed it up.
Oh,
like,
it was trash.
I could wait. No, I mean I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh,
I think she's like some kind of mega star singer, and Ice Cube's like
it's
her
her-
manager or agent or record label head, something like that.
Shout out to DJ Lovesky. He said Jada low key a predator in the chat. So
High key.
I don't know.
key.
I mean, the dude was like 27 or 20, wasn't he? How old was he?
August, I seen it grown. Like he ain't no.
No, because he
Yeah,
was.
I mean,
That ain't no
I think
predator
he was
stuff.
like 19 or 20 when it happened. So it's not like they can bring Jada up on charges. But I'm
No.
like,
If he's 28
I'm talking
now,
about.
and this was 5 years
28.
ago.
I'm
it
just
was
talking
5
about-
years ago. He was 20 something, but still.
Okay, but I'm just talking about being decent. Your friend, your friend bring one of his friends home. Your son bring one of his friends home, and you wind up fucking him. Like, come on now. Like that's somehow like if it outside of Hollywood, that would be foul.
The idea, the concept of it is like it makes you think for sure. DJ Loves
And once
said, but
again-
still predatory behavior. Still behavior.
Yeah.
Still behavior.
I mean, maybe, potentially. I guess I
She
just
seen
don't know what it was
She seen
like.
a vulnerable young man.
A broken
took
man.
Advantage of him.
Yeah, I mean, they said they were
That's-
both broken though, right? So
Man, I mean,
That's-
shit. You
so
can
she's
be
older.
It's
broken-
not his age. That she took advantage of
Yeah,
a
you can
broken
be
man.
broken on her level, and you can be broken on his level. I mean, I think he had just lost his mom. He has custody of his sister's kids. I
didn't know all that.
on in that situation.
it looked like
Yeah, it's kind of a sad story. So I mean, it's kind of messed up that we're making all these jokes.
yeah,
I didn't
let's-
know that part. Terry, you
it's-
put me on game there.
I mean, it's a situation where two people that were going through some shit linked up, and sometimes you can bond over that, and it's not healthy. So it didn't seem like it was healthy at all. But
That's fair. That's fair.
Will ain't mad at the end of the day. He was calling him Og. That's
Og.
his cute little nickname from
Hey,
Og.
Michael Blackson got into his. They chatted with him and it got blocked. He was saying some stuff about him blowing her back out or something like that. Something funny. Will was like, "I'm about to block you." Blocked him.
I bet you he didn't block him. That was I'm telling you, all this shit be in cahoots with each other. They both from Philly. I'm sure they've known each other for a long time. If we want to talk about some of the greatest artists, Philly has a running for being a state with the greatest MCs.
Rap, yeah, rap, just rap. Okay, I'm not mad at that. That's a good point. I don't know if they still don't want it with New York though,
Nah,
or Atlanta,
definitely.
or Atlanta.
But if you're talking about people whose track record is hella good, Philly.
Let me ask you this.
Chicago.
Jay, we talking about Philly. Speaking of Chicago, Kanye is out of the race, so that means that an album and merchandise will be coming soon.
He's out of the race.
Other stuff.
When did that get announced?
Yep.
yeah, I didn't
I
see
saw
that.
that earlier today. I saw that a while ago. So
So it was the bipolar.
merch and stuff will be coming out soon. But as I was saying, Philly. Let me ask you this, Jay Diff. I know we getting close. Is Freeway top 5 in Philly or top 10?
Top 5 in Philly?
Freeway top 5 in Philly?
I don't know. He's good.
Oh, he might be in the 10.
What you think, Lone? Top
He's
5?
good. I think he's a good artist. The end. I mean, it's like a weird. I mean, shit. List all the Philly rappers so I can like name them all. It's like
Will Smith, Black Thought, Meek Mill.
I'd say he might be
Most Wanted.
I think he might be in the
Damn, not America's Most.
Okay.
I think he
now.
might be in
Most
the
Wanted.
in the 5 to 7 range, maybe the 4 to 7 range. I don't know. I'm not gonna put him
I
above
think
Black
Beans
Thought.
is better than Freeway.
Yeah, I would put Beans above Freeway too. Beans, Freeway.
I got
but
Black Thought first, obviously, but
yeah,
Beans probably will come in second.
Philly got a solid battle rap scene though too.
I mean,
I
again,
guess
we could just
Didn't
look
Gilly
at our
the
sheet.
Kid from Philly?
Yeah, we I know we had some Philly guys on the sheet. To Lone's point, I know he got the chart, but Black
pull it
Thought
up.
obviously. I put Will in there. Yeah, Will. You gotta respect Will. Will is a pioneer. Summertime
Black
still
Thought
go.
is top 5 in the country.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
Black
thought
Thought.
it's top 5. Yeah, you can put him. Put it to you this way. I was talking to my guy Jesse's in the thread. I don't remember a time where I've heard Black Thought have a whack verse or bodied on a feature from someone else. If you can find
He
the
actually
song,
just released a song this past weekend called Me Versus Everybody or something.
if you can
Every
find the
rapper or
song,
something.
anybody in the chat, you can find a song where he's got bodied or didn't shine. I'd be glad to see it, but I don't think that exists. That's just
we
my
had-
No, it
opinion.
doesn't.
We had Freeway ranked 111th overall, and Beanie 101.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know if we have anybody else ranked above them.
Black
Maybe.
Thought.
I mean, obviously
Except
Black
for-
Thought because he was 1, but maybe Will Smith. No, Will was lower.
I think
So-
Free got to be minimum top 10 though.
Yeah, he's
minimum
up there.
top 10. Thanks for that share, Long. Minimum top 10. Y'all know before we get out of here, y'all know the homies from WARAQ got arrested, right? We had two guys from WARAQ. The release says earlier in June we identified 2 members of the upstart group WARAQ is how they named it. They didn't spell it right. As instigators in a rioting and looting event at a Black Lives Matter peaceful protest event in Providence. They arrested 2 of the members. They got William Paul Palazzo, that's the guy that always jumps down first and starts the verse, and Joshua Martinson. He's the guy, one of the extra guys that's real tough and runs into the doors and shit like that.
That's the Pale Mamba.
Pale Mamba, yeah. WARAQ was really out there about that action in the streets, messing up protests and things. So I'd be curious when they drop their next video, because unfortunately these dudes are like, people are sharing their videos left and right. But I think it's more for the comedy. I don't think anybody's taking them serious.
No one's taking this serious.
I could be wrong, because in 2020 they'll get 1 million views and
it doesn't matter.
A deal. So they'll fuck around and have a distribution deal on all of us. So please be clear.
That's what I mean. Like views are views
Akademiks
anymore.
will be the
It's
first
academic
one
shit. Yep.
On their dick.
Exactly. So just be clear. That, like Lone said, that mug can't happen. But I thought it was hilarious that they was out here messing up Black Lives Matter rallies. Out here tough.
You said they were messing them up.
Messing them up, man. Out here on that goofy, out here acting a fool. As the old folks
they were also showing feet in racial chat rooms. So, like, once again, we don't condone that sort of behavior.
Yeah, man, we cool on the beats. But I'm interested to see who WARAQ's new artist is going to be.
I'm just ready for old boy to jump out.
What 𝗀𝗲 when I'm jumping out this next rip.
Before we get out of here, they say Meth and 𝐏𝐻𝐃 are gonna drop an album, and the title will pay homage to ODB and Prodigy. So, nice to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
The older person, I'd be curious.
I like Meth, man. Always have.
I like Method Man, but him and 𝐏𝐻𝐃 don't really match.
So it's a weird concept.
𝐏𝐻𝐃 might be on the production. You know, he may not even have a real starring role as far as an MC.
That would be a good look then.
I think the way I understand it, I think I would hope, because I heard Lone on the ad, because I think I know where he's going. If 𝐏𝐻𝐃 produces it, F just raps, I think that could be fire. But them going back and forth, I don't know how that worked. Now we could be wrong. I don't know, but I'd be much more excited about what we talked about last week with Madlib and I know Madlib is just gonna lace the beat out the way.
I'm still wondering where this Redman Muddy Waters 2 is.
Man, that man is so slept on, man. Like, I don't understand it, but he's very slept on as an MC. Dude is nice. Redman is so cold.
Mm-hmm.
You sharing some on the Long to watch the stream?
Yeah, I'm just kind of checking. It doesn't really say. It was in the interview with him and Talib Kweli. So, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. So,
all right. Well, I know Jay Moore got some child support to take care of. Is there anything else that? Is there anything else that I forgot? I ain't trying to put him out there. I'm making sure I'm happy.
You already did.
It's not about that. It's about him providing and doing what he's supposed to do. I'm proud of that brother. I go upstairs and take care of
don't be proud of me. I'm a deadbeat, but I don't even know. I mean, somebody asked me how many kids I got. I'd be like, shh, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
If I did I
willy-nilly, huh?
We can't garnish these cash payments, baby. You know what it is.
Did I forget anything? Anybody got any shout outs, anything before we get out of here?
Shout out. I'd say a shout out to my man Scott. Well, I'm saying like it's actually my guy, but Scott Zoo. I guess he's gonna be down for him, and he had surgery on his voice. Something's going on with his voice. Is weird. So
wow, I saw that, man. You're right.
Yelling in the microphone. Jeez, man.
Red August can make anything by laughing, man. I swear. Out of Sky Zoo, man. We hope he gets well, makes a full recovery.
For sure.
He said he got some stuff in the chamber already before he went in for the surgery, so that's good.
Yeah, he got a new album coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say,
Oh,
Jim?
and everybody, just please, wear your mask or some sort of facial covering, so we can get out of this some kind of way.
Thank you,
If
brother.
you're gonna be, if you have to be outside, you know what I'm saying, just do the right thing. If you don't think about yourself, think about your fellow man. All right, that's all we really asking you to do.
Shout out to the people like
For
Jay
real,
Morris.
best in breath mints and bubble gum too.
If I see one,
Now I realize it's hard if you have bad breath and you been smoking Benson and Hedges your whole life, and you got that
Sitting
one
there
rotten tooth in the
self-torture.
back. Yeah, so I realize wearing a mask is kind of rough if you got the dragon breath and now the dragon's been turned on you. But please think about your fellow man.
tell you one thing. If I see, and I'll close here. If I see one more damn video with that says mask required to get in, and then a pan shot of everybody with their mask pulled down on their face, on snap. Oh, knock it off. Mask on, like Jay Moore said. Lone actually brought that up as well. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, this is ridiculous. People have masks
You
tucked
see the
down
group
in
of
the
Karens
chin.
in the grocery store when they went in the grocery store. They
Grab
had
their
their
panties
mask on, so they put their panties off and put them over their face.
What type of foolishness is that?
Stinky.
We don't want none of that.
Mask.
You definitely
What
don't
store
want
was
none of
that?
It might. Now you ready to go? No,
Don't do that.
I
Look
might
like a
ready to
Whole
go to the
Foods.
store.
Look like a Whole Foods. Yeah.
What store?
That's some grocery shopping they do.
Look like a whole store. Whole Foods. Whole
All right,
Foods.
y'all. I got.
It was
On that
Kmart.
note, guys, I gotta get.
Jay Moore got to get
Kmart.
out there. Jay Moore got to go pay them bills, man. So we appreciate you, brother. Take care of your business. This is gonna do it for this episode. As always, remember to go to Bringing Down the Band on YouTube, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. In tune with everything that is regards to the new old heads. Also, make sure you get us on Discord. Follow us on Twitch. Twitch movement is popping. We appreciate you in the chat. Feel free to stick around. We're gonna do a post show, talk some more shit as we always do. We appreciate your support as always, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Bong diddity bong bong bong.